Sean, let's start off with the Jazz, 29-10. Dan Snyder got them playing out their minds. Top 5 in defensive efficiency, top 5 in offensive efficiency.
Most definitely.
Do you feel like this Jazz team is for real? I know you're a Lakers guy. I know most people expect the Lakers, Clippers to fight it out for the Western Conference crown.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do, Jason. I feel like they're for real because it's like this. They went 3. They were up 3-1 against the Denver Nuggets. Who wasn't up 3-1 against the Nuggets? We've seen the Jazz were up 3-1, the Clippers, and the Nuggets just did what they did. They ended up defeating those teams. But I say that because of this. Donovan Mitchell, to me, ever since his rookie year, his rookie year, he was amazing to me. He got them to the playoffs, beat OKC, lost in the second round. The next year, he was decent. I don't think they made the playoffs in 2018. But the following season last year, they made it to the playoffs again and lost against the Nuggets. But I've seen Donovan Mitchell continue to grow as a player, and he's their franchise. We see Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year a couple years ago. We see he's always one of the best defending big men. So as a collective whole, I feel like the Jazz they can only continue to get better. Of course, by them being the best, say the number 1 seed. And one of the better teams, quote unquote, on paper in the whole NBA. It's like, are they really that team? Because we know, are we really a believer in them? They're Utah. They're a small market team. You know what I mean? It's just the history. It's the Lakers. It's LeBron. It's the Clippers. No matter if they had, a 10-game stretch on the Lakers right now, if they won 10 more games, we'll still be questioning because it's still the Utah Jazz. We've seen what happened last year. But as of right now, man, I got to give them their respect. Donovan Mitchell is having a great season. He's an all-star again with Rudy Gobert. And I believe this team. To be the champs, you got to beat the champs, and that's still the Los Angeles Lakers. You know what I mean? But I do believe this team can be that they're a threat. I believe if they were to face the Lakers, because they're the 1 seed, say in the Western Conference Final, it can go 6 or possibly 7 games. I still give the edge to the Lakers, but as far as them being, I'll say this: they're a threat. Say to the Lakers in the Western Conference because I feel like they have they feel disrespected. You know what I mean? We've seen LeBron I think too picking the last 2 players of the best team in the conference last, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell. So I think they want that respect. They have that confidence, but I'm still gonna have to lean towards the Lakers and possibly the Clippers as my first 2. But they are a threat, though. I'll say that.
Absolutely, Sean. When you got a guy like Donovan Mitchell, first of all, it's like he's one of the most hated players in the league. Him, and we're going to talk about your boy a little bit later on, Damian Lillard. But I feel like Donovan Mitchell just doesn't get credit. 24 years old, almost averaging 25 points a game, leading this team. Him and Rudy Gobert. Gobert is having a phenomenal year, averaging about 14 a game. Rebounds numbers are always up. He's doing what he got to do. Defensive efficiency for him. He sets the tone. He's the rim protector. You don't just go in there and score at the basket easy. That's what I like about Rudy Gobert. And I know some people don't like Rudy Gobert. Well, he's not that guy who's going to go out there, hit the jumper, do this, do that in third. He ain't that guy.
Yeah.
But look, he gets nasty with guys. He's a tough guy. He's one of those dudes. You feel me? He's a wall. He's a wall. He stops guys. Could win Defensive Player of the Year this year. So when I look at this Jazz team, 29-10, best record, I love what they're doing. With AD out, they continue to win. Now, do they feel like a championship team? No. But Michael Conley, I know he's going to be out for tonight's game. When he plays, he's a leader. He's one of those guys who's been there, done that. He's playing at a high level. A lot of people aren't talking about him. This Jazz team isn't sexy. They're not the sexy team. But you know what? Let's talk about Jordan Clarkson. Your boy. Sean.
Not to mention him, too. That's true.
Yep. Jordan Clarkson, 18 points a game. Some people don't even know that. Jordan Clarkson's balling. He had a 50-point game this year. He's letting people know, hey, I don't need LeBron to be great. I don't need the Lakers to be great. And you said it a bunch of times. A lot of these Laker players are great without LeBron or great without the Lakers. And Jordan Clarkson's doing that. Joe Ingles. Look, this Jazz team, don't sleep. Do not sleep. This Jazz team, they're doing what they have to do. They're doing what they have to do. I'm not saying they're the favorites, but they're a good story. Them and the Suns. Them and the Suns are a good story. Why are they a good story? They're playing defense.
Mhm.
And in this league, in the NBA nowadays, people do not play defense at all.
Yeah.
You show up defensively, you're winning games. So with Anthony Davis out, because everybody's concerned about the Lakers, with Anthony Davis out, with the Clippers a little bit lackadaisical, I feel like the Clippers need to be better than what they are.
Yeah, 4 seed, yeah.
Yes. Right now, we're going to take it how we take it. I'm not saying they're going to the Western Conference Finals. I know some people out there, especially the people who don't want to see LA versus LA, they want the Jazz against the Suns. There's some people out there. I know you got type of fans out there. You guys want the ugly match, the Jazz and the Suns. It's probably not going to happen. But look, the Jazz are a team people can rally around. They're the underdogs. They're the underdog team people can rally around. People can say, you know what, this is the team that we don't like the Lakers. We don't like the Clippers. We're going to like the Jazz. They do things ugly. And I think Donovan Mitchell, he's not getting any credit for MVP. But I'm going to throw his name in the MVP race. He's not going to get it, but I'm going to throw his name up there because how well the Jazz are doing. And it does depend on team success. And Donovan Mitchell, he's always been a tough guy. He's always been a clutch guy. In this, he needs to be up there. So we got to give him respect too.
Most definitely, man. I mean, for me, I think Donovan Mitchell is one of the better young players. I'll take him over Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and I would. I mean, I said this last year. I just think I feel like Jason Tatum is a very good player as well. You know, I'm not saying he's head over heels over Jason Tatum, but from what I've seen him do, you remember what it was like in Jamal Murray versus Donovan Mitchell? They were like averaging like 30, 35 points a game. It was going back and forth. It went 7 games for a reason. You know, so seeing how the Utah Jazz had lost in Game 7 against the Denver Nuggets, I was just like, man, look, if Donovan Mitchell and this Jazz team can continue to grow with the weapons that they have, and I think they had Kyle Korver's on they had Joe Ingles, not Kyle Korver, excuse me. But you know, just with the 3-point marksman and Jordan Clarkson still young, I feel like the Jazz can definitely be contention. So it's not a super surprise that they're doing well this year, but I do feel like I'm just going to leave off and say that they are a threat in the Western Conference. So